I'm speechless. I really am at a loss for words over that football match. Because as a United fan, it felt more like punishment than a football match. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the OI Report. It is I, your host, OI, and today we're going to be talking about the RB Leipzig match versus Manchester United, which occurred on December 8th at the Red Bull Arena as part of the last round of Champions League group stages. And as you all may know, RB Leipzig beat United 3-2, and while the scoreline might reflect a close game, it was most definitely not. Alright, with the trusty iPad in hand, product placement not intended, but Apple, if you want to sponsor me, holla at your boy. Let's go ahead and start with Julian Nagelsmann's crew since they were the home team. So Nagelsmann started with a 4-3-3 formation, which is quite the change from his last game when he played against Bayern Munich and they tied 3-3. At Bayern Munich, he played with a 4-3-3 formation. And knowing that Solskjær plays on the counterattack, he knows that the 4-3-3 formation is going to suffer against a counterattacking force. So he went with a 3-4-3 formation to kind of stop that. You can see he filled in the midfield, and he's playing really low to completely negate any counterattacking force by Ole Gunnar Solskjær. So guys, remember, if you're ever playing against a team that loves to counterattack, don't play with an open formation. Always play with a closed, staggered formation like the 3-4-3. Last week, Tuchel played with PSG a 4-3-3 formation, so that created a lot of space for Ole Gunnar Solskjær's men to go through. That being said, let's go ahead and look at the lineup. Nagelsmann started with Hungarian keeper Gulácsi at the back. He had a great game. None of the two goals were his fault. In front of him, he has the triple pillars of Konate, Orban, and Mukiele, this new French defender. He's pretty cool. In front of him, in the midfield, he's got Angelino, Campbell, Sabitzer, and Haidara. Please let me talk about Angelino. If you guys remember Angelino, he played for Manchester City against United, but now he's on loan to Leipzig. And homie came for blood, man. That guy is on fire. 10 goals and assists in 15 games before this one. In this one, he scored and assisted. That guy destroyed Aaron Wan-Bissaka on the left flank. And honestly, after this game, I think Aaron Wan-Bissaka should retire. Dude, wait for this guy. I'm coming for you, bro. I am coming for you. So Sabitzer and Campbell in the midfield, Angelino on the left, Haidara on the right, and then in front of them, he's got the triple threat of Nkunku, Olmo, and Forsberg. So let's talk about the opposite side now. Ole Gunnar Solskjær started with the 3-5-2 formation, which I don't necessarily disagree with, but you always want to do a 3-5-2 formation if you have good wingbacks who are attacking-minded. Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Alex Telles are both defensive-minded left-backs and right-backs. So it didn't really make sense to go with the 3-5-2 formation against this RB Leipzig team. Solskjær, my man, did you do your research? We beat RB Leipzig 5-0 last time with a 4-2-3-1 formation. And they're playing the same kind of way. They have the same exact players. They have playing with the same exact tactic. And Nagelsmann knows that you're going to come with a counter-attacking style. So if you're going to go counter-attacking style, why fill the midfield? Play on the wings. And Solskjær, did you do your research about Haidara and Mukiele? That right side is always lacking defensively because Haidara is very attacking-minded. Why didn't you put players in with Telles? Why don't you have that left side filled with players down the counter-attack? As a matter of fact, Rashford and Greenwood both had great chances on that left side, or the RB Leipzig right side, but they both missed because they were too selfish to pass to each other. I swear to God, if you guys watched that game, it felt like Rashford and Greenwood were fighting over some ex-girlfriend. It was ridiculous how they were not passing to each other. Honestly, despicable. So yeah, Ole Gunnar Solskjær started with a 3-5-2 formation. David De Gea in goal. In front of him, he's got Lindelof, Harry McToilet, and Luke Shaw. Oh, and by the way, I'm going to call Harry Maguire Harry McToilet for the rest of the season till he plays a good game. Man, I'm coming for this guy. That third goal, oh my God, man. So yeah, Harry McToilet, Victor Lindelof, Luke Shaw, and then in front of those three, you got the five midfielders. Aaron Wan-Bissaka as a right wing back, Telles as a left wing back, McTominay and Matic as defensive midfielders, and then Bruno Fernandes as an attacking midfielder. Dude, that guy was double teamed, triple teamed, and still played a really good game. It's ridiculous. That guy is such a talent. I hope to God we actually structure a good attacking force around him so we can actually play. And then in front of Fernandes, Greenwood, and Rashford, who I honestly don't think I've seen a worse game for the duo. So yeah, that was pretty much it. Let's go ahead and jump right into the first goal so I can... yeah, let's talk about the first goal. All right, so this is the first goal for RB Leipzig. They didn't even take 2 minutes. They didn't even take 2 minutes to score one against David De Gea. So it starts off right here with Sabitzer, who moves a little bit with the ball, and then he plays a beautiful cross over here to Angelino, who literally just takes the ball and goes straight ahead to slice one past David De Gea. But bro, let me talk about this guy. This guy right here, Aaron Wan-Bissaka. What are you doing, bro? You are a right wing back. What are you doing there? You're supposed to be covering Angelino right here. You've got 1, Victor Lindelof. 2, Harry McToilet. 3, Luke Shaw to cover Forsberg right here. And you're worried about covering Forsberg? Dude, you are a wing back. You're supposed to be covering Angelino. And that's how RB Leipzig scored the first goal. So you're playing with a 3-5-2 formation, and you have Aaron Wan-Bissaka in no man's land. Okay, so for the second goal, I was watching this game and I was like, man, I actually started to think, I was like, can I actually play instead of these guys? Because honestly, dude, the mistakes, oh man, mind-boggling. So again, Angelino over here got the ball, and the reason why he got the ball, it's not shown in this section of the clip, is because my friend here, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, was caught lacking. He was actually here before the ball was passed over to Angelino. Angelino grabs the ball, crosses it beautifully, honestly. It was spectacular. Over here to Amadou Haidara, who literally smashes it into the corner right here on David De Gea. It was honestly spectacular. So let's talk about the defensive positioning of Manchester United. Over here, 3-5-2 formation. Alex Telles is a left wing back. What is he doing in center back territory? I think he was covering for Luke Shaw, but my God, where is Luke Shaw, you ask? Oh my God, he is right here.
Oh my God!
Ole Gunnar Solskjær, why would you start with Luke Shaw? The guy's barely played. He was injured. His IQ is negative now because he doesn't even know how the ball looks like. Honestly, dude, the guy is literally caught lacking over here, and Alex Telles, instead of covering Amadou Haidara, he is covering Forsberg, who literally pulls Alex Telles away, and Amadou Haidara scores it. Again, Ole Gunnar Solskjær, why would you play with a 3-5-2 formation if your left wing back and your right wing back don't know the basic positionings of a wing back? So the man on loan from Manchester City, Angelino, not only scores the first, he assists the second, and the third and fourth goal could have easily also scored by RB Leipzig if it wasn't for the halftime whistle, and actually one of them being cancelled by a VAR call offside on Orban. Let's talk about the subs and how the teams kind of adapted, or not adapted, in the case of Ole Gunnar Solskjær in this game. So the first sub of the game was for Manchester United. It happened right after the halftime break, where Donny van de Beek was subbed in for Alex Telles. I would have subbed in Donny van de Beek for Luke Shaw instead of Alex Telles and moved Alex Telles back into the defensive line in his ordinary position. The reason being is Luke Shaw was in La La Land, so he needed to get out. Nagelsmann subbed in for Forsberg. He put in Yusuf Poulsen, and that is a fresh leg substitution that happened in the 55th minute. And then a minute right after that, he subbed in legendary Dutch forward son Justin Kluivert instead of Olmo. And the reason being is Justin Kluivert is fast, he's energetic, he is quick, and he can go behind defensive lines. And Julian Nagelsmann knew that Manchester United are going to go out all attack. So having a young, fast, energetic player like Justin Kluivert can move through the ranks easily. And that's exactly what happened, because Manchester United's defensive line got higher and higher. And Justin Kluivert was able to score their third goal in the 69th minute, which we will get to in a minute. Solskjær subs in Williams for Shaw. A weird substitution. I think that's only because Shaw was yellow carded. So he had Williams in right here. And then he subbed in Pogba for Matic. That was a weird substitution, because essentially by putting in Pogba, and I know you want to go all out attack, but by putting in Pogba, you technically now have removed the half defensive midfielding backbone that used to be there. So you're kind of putting yourself now on the chopping block, and that's exactly what Justin Kluivert took advantage of. So Nagelsmann's sub just got 10 times more useful. The other subs by Nagelsmann and Solskjær were just standard position for position substitutions, and Solskjær moved into this 3-5-2 to attacking style formation with Pogba in. So let's talk about that third goal right now. So the third goal for RB Leipzig came in the 69th minute, and guess whose side it came from? Angelino. And guess who's defending there? Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Aaron Wan-Bissaka was supposed to double team and close down the possibility of a cross on Angelino, but he doesn't do that. He just kind of chills there. So Angelino crosses the ball. Nkunku lets it go. Nkunku right here, he lets it go. It kind of takes a little bit of a deflection and lands on this side of Harry McToilet. Before I rip into Harry McToilet, let's quickly talk about the substitution that Ole Gunnar Solskjær made. So Ole Gunnar Solskjær subbed Pogba in for Matic. Where's Pogba? Pogba is right here. Where is technically Matic supposed to be if he's still on the pitch? He would be somewhere around here. Catching up to Justin Kluivert. But he's not there, so Justin Kluivert's alone, and he ends up grabbing the ball and scoring it. But how does he grab the ball if it's that close for Harry McToilet? Let's quickly talk about that. Harry McToilet, for some reason, I have no idea, sees the ball right over here, decides to let it go thinking that David De Gea is closer to it. Let's do a little bit of calculations. So I'm taking the calculation over here. Harry Maguire is 1 meter away from the ball. I would say David De Gea is about 5 to 6 meters away from the ball. If you take the calculations, divide by 2 for equidistance formality, and then maybe do the transitive property of equality, add maybe an alpha factor in there just in case from the wind factor. Maybe let's say the wind factor is 30 miles per hour. You take that, you divide the exponential factor of 3 just in case because there's 1, 2, 3 defenders close to the ball. You subtract the stupidity factor from Harry McToilet. Maybe that's irrelevant, but in any case, you do all these calculations, you'll find out that 1 meter, which is Harry McToilet, is less than 5 meter, which is David De Gea. So Harry McToilet was supposed to grab that ball. This guy is worth 80 million sterling pounds. The guy's the most expensive defender in the game, and he just lets the ball go, thinking that David De Gea was closer to it. How, in your right mind, do you think David De Gea is closer to that ball? The ball passes through, and Justin Kluivert scores the third goal. So United now are 3 goals down, and hence they start to climb up the mountain that they put themselves in. And honestly, they were really close, basically because Konate was having a bad day. He gave them away a penalty. Bruno Fernandes capitalized and scored on that penalty. He also didn't mark Pogba for that second goal. But honestly, if United had tied and went through, I don't think they deserved it at all. This was Julian Nagelsmann and RB Leipzig's win. It's honestly a breath of fresh air and really impressive to see a manager, create this perfect combination of tactics, formation, and lineup so that his team can execute it perfectly. And it's honestly equally as impressive to see a manager on the other side literally gift wrap the win for his opponent in creating this weird tactic, this weird formation, and basically not adjusting anything. United was just too narrow. This congestion in the midfield was useless because Leipzig could have easily just utilized the wings and attacked the wingbacks. I think United should have done the same and made this into a wing game and attacked on the wings as well. I honestly think they would have had a much, much better chance. So with the final whistle from referee Antonio Mateo Lahoz, United can't get that third goal, so they are sent to the deepest dungeons of the Europa League, where their longtime rivals Arsenal FC currently reside.
Dylan! You son of a bitch!
Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed my video. I hope you guys enjoyed my analysis. Quick question of the day. Do you guys think Julian Nagelsmann really outwitted Solskjær, or was it more of Solskjær's incompetence that resulted into United's disqualification and going into the Europa League? And if it was any other manager other than Solskjær, I would have had United going into the second round of the Champions League. Please let me know what you guys think. Please comment your answers below. I would love to discuss. Please like and subscribe and turn on your notifications. I'm going to be starting with my analysis for matches in the English Premier League. I'm going to be doing my analysis for matches in the Spanish La Liga games. So please check out the upcoming videos. And without any further ado, thank you all for tuning into the OI Report. Till next time.